All right, we're live. I really hope this issue's fixed, guys. I apologize. I didn't realize how bad the audio was there. I apologize about that. Am I live? I hope I'm live here. Much better. Thank goodness. I really hope it's much better because I don't know why that happened. It has to be a YouTube thing, right? It has to be a YouTube issue. I'm just gonna take a guess and say it's a YouTube problem there. All right, guys, we're live again. We got to get back to our viewer count that we had. So make sure to smash that like button. Let's get this thing up to 100 likes really quick here. Smash that like button. Start commenting in the chat. Let's get that chat rate up, guys. Let's go. I don't know what happened there, guys. I apologize about that whole ordeal there. Hope it's better now. If it's not better, I don't know what to do, but it was fine until my service got bad. Well, usually the audio comes back with the video, so I don't know what went on there, but yeah, guys, the audio didn't even match anything. It was like audio from like a while before. All right, here's our whole supercell right here. We got a nice little supercell right here. So we'll follow this thing for a little bit longer. Hi from South Carolina. What's up? How's it going, man? So I don't know what happened. We got a nice little storm, though. Running Reb with the $5. Running Reb, always emptying his wallet for me. Running Reb. Appreciate it, bro. Always appreciate it, man. W Running Reb in the chat. Yeah, it was weird. Do you have Starlink? No, I don't have Starlink. I need to get Starlink at some point. I don't know. I mean, that's gonna be my next purchase, you know. But I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. Once I get some more traction on this channel, yeah, I'll get Starlink. Keep those likes. Yeah, let's get back up, guys. All right. Let's just hope and pray that the audio does not go out again. Because, man, we're going to be... Well, this storm's heading right into Muscogee here. We're kind of going to be, like, in a meh area for... Dude, this thing is rain-wrapped. There's rotation in there, but look. There's rotation back there, but it's completely rain-wrapped up in there. So we're going to get this is like the whole storm right here. We got actually a pretty nice supercell developing. It's just so rain-wrapped. There's a lot of rain back in there. My goodness. All right, we're going to get a little bit east towards Muscogee, guys. So just bear with me as I hopefully don't lose service. I hopefully don't lose service here. I'll try to get you guys a view out the window if I can. All right, I gotta go slow down this slow. Ooh. Look at that. Look at that lead of that super. I think this thing might be gearing up to get I think it might need a severe warning soon here, guys. Service, please. I don't know if that's a YouTube thing or if it's something I need to fix on my end or what is going on. But I feel like all the other times I've lost service, I feel like the audio doesn't do that. So it might just be a YouTube thing. Maybe it's my fault. I don't know. But we're headed into Muscogee now here. So if you're just now tuning in again, I'm sorry about the part one of the stream. It failed. The audio failed, and you guys don't need to be listening to me as a robot. So I went ahead and created a new stream there. All right, guys, we're gonna get out ahead of this thing just a little bit for a minute. So just bear with me here. We're gonna get back out of this storm. Dude, this thing got really rain wrapped all of a sudden. I don't know why. Got so wrapped up in that rain there. already got a speeding ticket last week. We're not doing that again. So I've been very, very careful here. Sometimes, you know, sometimes you accidentally speed. You know, you can do the right thing, and then, you know, you accidentally speed and there happens to be a cop. So sometimes it's just bad timing, but not getting another speeding ticket. So I've been watching. There's another dude. There's a lot of chasers out on this thing. There's Mike Scantlin again. There's a Scant Man. If you don't know who that is, I think he was in one of Reed Timmer's TV shows a while back. Maybe it was, it might have been Storm Chasers. I'm not sure. What a name for a TV show, Storm Chasers. It doesn't get any more simple than that. But simple works. Simple works. I appreciate everybody who joined into the Doppler gang, helping support my channel on a monthly basis. I'm going to lower the price for that soon. Honestly, I think we might lower it to like $2. So if you joined in for $5, don't worry. That price is going to be a lot cheaper in the future. I got to figure out if I have to make a whole new thing or if I can just lower the price. I don't know. I'm going to go look into that. If I have to make a whole new thing, then we'll just have to get people to, you know, rejoin. But I don't know. I think we're going to lower that to like $2, maybe $3. I don't know. I'd love to do $2.50, but I don't think you can do that. All right, guys, we're going to get east here. That's what we've been doing all day, getting east. There's a lot of trees in this area, so we're working our way through the trees, man. This thing is a rain-wrapped beast of a storm. I say beast of a storm. It's a beast of a storm for how big it is, but not a big storm, of course. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Here we go. We're gonna go right into Muscogee. Isn't there a song about Muscogee? Didn't some country singer have a song about Muscogee? Something like, something from Muscogee. I don't even remember. Muscogee's a decent sized town. I mean, what, you got 40,000 people here. It's not a tiny town by any means. It's definitely decently sized. We're gonna go just to this. I think we're gonna go just to the south of Muscogee to get a view of it, though. That RFD's coming quick now. Yeah, we're gonna go highway. We're gonna go to the highway south of Muscogee and get a good look at this thing. Maybe we'll intercept it just coming into Muscogee. I don't know, guys. There's a lot of buildings and trees here, so let's see how far back behind it. It's actually pretty close to me right now, so we're actually gonna go a little bit further in. Yeah, we'll just get on this. You know what? We'll just get on this highway south of Muscogee. It's 11 minutes away. All right, we're in about 1.5 miles. We're gonna turn here. Our speed limit's going to go down drastically, so we're going to be moving a little slower. So my service should be great here in this town. Or little, I guess for this area, this is probably a city for this area, but a small, for Eastern Oklahoma standards, this is probably a small city. More than a town. Problem is, this storm is moving due east, and to keep up with it, guys, I have to move east with it, and that means when we move east and the storms to our west, we lose a visual of the storm. So How about this? How about we pull into this Family Dollar and we're gonna get a visual of it, and then we'll have to move east again in a minute. I hope I can get a visual of it. There's a lot of trees here. There's a lot of trees right here. See, I mean, this is what I'm talking about. There's just trees. All the above. Yeah, but there's our storm. There you see it right there. There's a storm. Hey, this ain't a good look. We gotta get a better look at this thing. There's too many trees. My place, Hickory Smoked Barbecue. Man, I could go for some barbecue right now. Okay, here we go. Here's a little park. Yeah, here's a parking lot that we can look at it through with a few less trees here. There we go. Ugh, these are some rough parking lots. They got a lot of potholes in them. Look at this, no cars, no trees. This storm is it's small, but it's packing a decent punch. So Muscogee, get ready here. It's packing a decent little punch here in Muscogee. There we go. There's our storm. It's very outflow dominant. It's very rain wrapped. It's very, very rain wrapped. It's still a stronger storm here, so. It's got rotation, guys. It does have rotation on it here, coming into Muscogee. It's diving southeast. My goodness, it is diving to the southeast here. That rotation would be right in front of us if it did have anything. I mean, seriously, if there's a tornado on this, if this thing produces a tornado, it's going to be back into that rain. There's going to be nothing. So. If you're new to the channel, guys, and you like this kind of content, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more. I'm always out here chasing. I'm always out here chasing. It's a nasty looking storm that we're gonna intercept at some point. I bet it's got some small hail in there, probably some decent wind. It looks a lot bigger in person than it does on the radar. It looks so small on the radar there. Yeah, you had that audio failure just now on our last stream. You know, I thought maybe that stream should have been getting a little bit more traction, a little bit more viewers, but you know, I don't blame people for not wanting to watch given how the audio was. What's up, guys? Welcome in, everybody. Let's get to 100 likes here. Guys, like I said, my stream cut off. Is it Okie from Muscogee? Okie from Muscogee or something like that? Is that the song that I'm referencing? I think it is. Do I get bored with no music? Not really, because whenever I'm done streaming, I put music on. Obviously I can't put music on during the stream because, you know, my channel will get banned. I mean, it's copyright, but appreciate everybody for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel. We're almost to 6,500. We just hit 6K the other day in Illinois. Last week in Illinois, we had a great storm that we were on. Dude, that storm was insane, guys, in Illinois. Look at this. This was last week, okay? This is not now, but this was last week. Look at that. Look at that. That was last week. We saw a little tornado with that, too. So, that was an awesome chase. If you guys just tuning in here, we're in Muscogee. I'll try to check chat some here. That storm near Drumright and Shamrock, Oklahoma really kind of fell apart after it looked like it tried to briefly get really strong there. This is our storm of the day right here. This is the one to be on. It's diving south there. You can see it. I wonder if we'll be able to make out any kind of... Dude, it's so rain wrapped. There's no way. It's kind of got this... So remember how I said it was trying to, like, get that favorable orientation? Look, now it's back to this... Look at that. Now it's back to that backwards C shape. It's very outflow dominant. And quite frankly, it's not actually that photogenic. It's kind of ugly now. 15 minutes ago, it was pretty photogenic. It looked pretty cool, but now it's kind of ugly. So I'm not going to follow this thing too far from Muscogee, but I'll follow it for a little bit longer, guys. So this stream is not going to be very long, by the way, because I do, around 6 o'clock, I want to start heading back home, because I do need to get that final completed by 11 p.m. So I do want to start heading back home by, I don't know, 6 maybe. Six 15. Now I'll still stream a little bit too while I'm on my way home maybe, but okay, let's see here. We're in Muscogee. We have a road. We have a decent highway we can take south, so that's what we're gonna want to do. Okay, there's our storm. It's coming in right now. It's a really big, ugly supercell. Well, it's not that big, actually. It looks bigger than it is. It looks like a decent size, but it's really not that big. It's lost a lot of its, like, shape that it had earlier. So we'll see. We'll see if it does anything here. Oh, my phone is almost dead, too. My, not my streaming phone, my other phone. Become very outflow dominant. I wonder if this thing looks a lot cooler. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and turn out of here. All right, guys. Once I get onto my south road, I should be able to like kind of try and angle the phone, or kind of maybe not stick it out the window. I don't know, or up to the window, but I might be able to angle it kind of like that. I'm getting confused. Here in about a quarter mile up here, we're gonna take a right here. Oh, look at that! Look at that! It's a Muscogee skyscraper. Look at that! There's Charlie's Chicken. Gosh, I don't think I've had a meal at Charlie's Chicken in yeah, it's been a while. Charlie's Chicken. Muscogee's one of those towns, I think, that has the same population now as it did in 1990, so it really hasn't done any growing. It's just kind of surviving. Look at that. There's the golden arches of McDonald's. One of my go-to meals when I'm out on the road is just plain old burger patties from McDonald's. They're actually not that expensive. And no carbs, all protein. And I can confirm this. after eating the plain burger patties from McDonald's, I can 100% confirm that McDonald's uses real meat. They do use real meat. You can definitely tell it's real ground beef. So, is the supercell breaking apart? I don't know, because I've been stuck at this stoplight for 2 minutes now and I can't see behind me. The supercell's kind of getting a little bit messy, guys. I mean, like we said, today was a very low end of conditional risk. I mean, we're lucky to even have almost got a tornado earlier on that thing. It got a little bit interesting there for a little bit, but it's outflow dominant, dude. What? I can look behind me, dude. There's like a line of cars. Like, why aren't we? We'll be green probably next, but there it is. But man, I don't know. Those lights are kind of slow. Maybe I'm just picky. I don't know. Maybe I'm just picky, but I feel like a lot of these are there. Look at that. The heavens. Look at that. The heavens are opening up here. Look at that big. We're about to get crushed by rain here. Look at that. We're about to get crushed by rain here. Wow. What a storm there. Cool little storm. I mean, nothing special, guys, but I mean, hey, it's just a little marginal. It's just a very marginal low end tornado risk. I mean, we weren't expecting anything special today. There's some Brahms. You guys know I love Brahms. Dude, I wish Brahms would sponsor me. I would plug them every single chance I got. If they gave me a free meal, I'd even eat on the stream and be like, guys, you got to get to your local Brahms right now. Hey, look at that rain shaft. Look at that rain shaft coming down there. Bang, look at that thing. We could go east. I mean, I don't know, guys. We can get south here and then we can try to go east. We might just let this thing swallow us and call it a day. I don't know. I mean, it still looks interesting. It still looks like it could try and do something. Problem is, we got caught on all these city lights that take 5 minutes, so that's what got us a little bit behind this thing. We'll see how much of a punch this thing is really packing. It's right on top of us, so. Right now it's not packing much of a punch, let's be honest. It's definitely not. So hard to see. There you go. There's the front edge of the storm. We're right under the front edge of the storm here. Oh no, we're gonna get stopped at a light, and it's gonna. I can see the rain bands to the left. Oh no, we're gonna get stopped at this light. It's gonna catch us. The storm is gonna catch us again, guys. Like, Look at how close those rain bands are to us. It's gonna catch us again. It's gonna catch us again here. Come on, guys. It's green. You can go. You can go, guys. It's okay. It's gonna catch us again. Oh, here it comes. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, it's just right on it. There we go. It caught us again. There it is. All right, we're going to get that guy ahead of it, and then it's going to probably catch us again. Oh, that guy's flying. My goodness. He said, nah, he said, I don't want the rain. He's flying. All right. Oh, the casino's right there. I might not even be allowed to talk about gambling on it. I don't think I can. I don't know. I'm not going to go to the casino. I wouldn't anyway, but I do have to go finish my quiz. So, that does have to happen today. What is going on down here? We got some little... Okay, here we go. Now we're on... What is this? Is this like the outside of the cell? This is weird. There's the rain, and you can see the heavens are wide open. They're dumping rain on us, but... Wait, is that like... It's myself? Is there... No, it's just like a... Now we're going to go back to the east here. There's our storm up there. I mean, there's not much to look at this point. We're just out here chasing on a drain here. I'm an Okie from Muscogee. Is that how it goes? I don't know, guys. I don't know, chat. How does it go? Alright, we're going to blast back ahead of this thing and see if it looks cool or not. We're actually going... Where are we going? We're going due east now. We can get southeast of it. I think it's kind of moving... Well, to be quite frank... I think the storm it's moving due east now, so it's probably weakening quite a bit. Gosh. Let's see, maybe we should just stick on it due east. Into the wilderness. The wilderness to the east of Muscogee. Maybe that's where we'll stop chasing it. But now it's like, now the storm is like to our north. It was like diving south, and now it's like transition to our north. There we go, train tracks. Those weren't bad at all. Yeah, I probably should have, I don't know, I probably should have gone because we're going like highway speeds. I probably could have made it, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Don't want to get hit today. All right, Chad, I'll chase this thing for another 20, 30 minutes, and then we'll start to head home, but... I need to fix my overlays because Muscogee, Oklahoma is such a long name. It kind of blocks out my time overlay. So I'll have to get those fixed. Replace gravy. I'll read the chat in a little bit. Let's see, rain, all right, 5 again. Let's see, Culver's. Was there a Culver's? Did I pass Culver's? All right, you guys, we're talking about cheese curds in the chat now. What's going on? Got some cheese curd discussion going on. Look, you guys know my stance on it. I'm not a fan of cheese in general, really, for the most part. Like, I don't love cheese. Like, I'll eat pizza, you know, whatever. Pizza's good. But I just, like, overall, I don't, like, love cheese. So, like, if I got a burger, you know, there's not going to be cheese on the burger. Like, and whatever. Less sodium. Because I don't like it, it's probably, like, good for me in the long run if you really think about it. But I don't like cheese, so I don't. If I go to Culver's, I'm getting a butter burger with fries, man. I'm not doing the cheese curds. Now, here's the thing. I love Culver's. Honestly, Culver's probably has a better burger than Brahms, but this is where Brahms takes it, okay? Brahms has better crinkle cut fries. 100% better fries than Culver's. Brahms has probably the same quality of milkshake for half the price, okay? And then, on top of that, well, I actually don't have anything else to say. Brahms is just a little bit better than Culver's, though, in my opinion. If you guys aren't from, like, the Oklahoma kind of region and then, like, the kind of border states, then you wouldn't know what Brahms is, but we did a taste test. I believe it was, like, Brahms against Whataburger or something like that. On one of our streams last year, I did, like, a food review. I think I got, like, a burger from Brahms and I got a burger from Whataburger. I didn't get the meals. I just got the burger, and we kind of, like, compared. And I think the jury was that Whataburger had, like, a better burger, but the toppings on the Brahms burger, like the sauces on the Brahms burger, like, kind of, like, evened it out. Or even, but if you really like the Brahms sauce, so put Brahms on top. All right, guys, we're getting back out ahead of this storm, and then I'll flip the car around for a little bit, and then the storm's just gonna hit us again because it's moving. Well, it's kind of, it's slowed down a bit. It's still moving though. All right, we gotta just. Oh, dude, do I want to go north or east or what? Oh my gosh, I don't know where I want to go. Oh, I got a river, not the dreaded river. All right, well, I'm probably just gonna shoot. I don't know what way to go here. I'm probably just gonna get right here. Okay, I'm probably just gonna shoot north here. If I want to keep chasing, I got to get over this river, but to be honest with you guys, I'll probably chase it over the river. I'll probably just flip around here. We'll look at it for 15 minutes, let it hit us, and then we'll call it a day. Honestly, it's try to rotate a little bit, but this highway right here is actually probably my route home. But see it over there. You can see the right edge of the storm. Well, we'll get in a better spot in just a second, guys. We'll see the storm better. But dude, I could debate about, like, fast food or, like, different food chains all day. I know everyone has their preferences. I'll debate with you guys about anything on this channel unless it's politics. I'm not gonna really touch that. Anything else we could debate about, whatever it is. I'll always debate about whatever. Because I'm not touching politics. That wouldn't be the smart thing to do. Anything else is fair game, though. I mean, we could debate about whatever on here. I love sports. I got a lot of sports viewers in here. Actually, I'm supposed to go left. Don't mind me going to the right turn lane and then turning back left. Alright, here in a minute, we're just going to turn around and get a look at the storm again. I'm going to turn south right here. This is like kind of the industrial side of Muscogee. I guess it makes sense. We're close to the river. They got that water power probably from that river. This is like the industrial zone here of Muscogee. There's our storm. And there we go. There we go. We got a view of it now. Here we go. Oh no, my cruise, no, not 66 miles an hour. That's too fast back here. There you go, set it down to 40. So there's our storm. It's very, very linear, kind of outflow dominant. We got a supercell today. It almost produced a tornado for us, so. I think my feed is honestly looking a bit better since I started streaming off the home PC. I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys think my feed the last couple streams has looked better? Minus obviously like the service dead zones. I mean, that's, but I don't know. I think my feeds looked cleaner. So like, I think it just looks cleaner to me. If you're just tuning in, we're in Muscogee, Oklahoma. Okie from Muscogee. The song, who sings that song? Someone from Oklahoma, obviously. Who sings it? Once I hear the name, I'll know who it is, but this storm is trying to wrap back up and get a little bit of a hook, but I'm not sure. I don't think it has what it takes. This storm does not have what it takes. All right, I'm just gonna turn around back. There's a spot I can pull in back there, so I'm just gonna turn around and pull into a little pull in back there here, and then we'll get a good view of this thing. We'll let it hit us, and then we'll call it quits. And hopefully, I can dominate my econ quiz. Or actually, it's not a quiz; it's a final. So let me turn around here. Let me just pull in here to this little. Yeah, we're not gonna follow this thing. I mean, it's going over a river in a rough area. We're not gonna follow it too far, guys. If we have enough people in here, I'm just gonna chill in the chat for a bit. We'll chill in the chat. Just as I drive, I'll kind of periodically keep it up, and back around. There we go. It's getting a lot closer to us. And look, we have like, how many power lines are blocking our view? We can play again. We can count the power lines here. I think I see about 15. 1, 2. I got 4 in front of me, and then another 4 behind those. And then like 8 of them, 7 or 8 of them back by those houses. So we got like literally 15 power lines blocking the shot. There we go. Look at that thing. There we go. We got our mound of dirt right there. Right above us. I wonder if it's inflow or outflow that's hitting me right now. It looks like outflow. Well, yeah, I'm getting hit by outflow. I'm getting hit by outflow here, so. I bet this thing looks okay. See, look at how fast those clouds are moving. You can see how fast they're moving on the left side. Let me put this back here. And then look at this. Look at how fast. Look how fast those clouds are moving there on the left side of the screen. They're moving pretty quick. There's a lot of outflow. And here we go, guys. This is it. We're about to get hit by the wall. Maybe we could go a little bit further east. I don't know. Let me see here. Well, if I go any further east, it's a forest. I could get over this river over to Fort Gibson. But then we're going to be too far to the north of the storm. So this is kind of the final hurrah here. This thing's outflow dominant. It's tornado threats about done here. We almost did have a tornado, guys. We're so close today. Here we go. Look at how fast that wall of rain overtook us there, guys. Look how fast that happened. Got some gusty winds here. 30-mile-an-hour winds probably. There we go. We got some good gusting back there on those trees. Nothing too strong. Definitely not severe. Definitely not severe level, but we got some rain bands wrapping up around in there. I shouldn't say they're not wrapping up. They're more just, you see the rain bands more going. Here we go. Let me point the car. Let me point the car so I'm not getting water on the phone here. There we go. Got some rain bands wrapping up in there. A decently little strong thunderstorm here. You can see the edge. You can still see that edge of the rain is still off to the left there. I wonder if we're gonna get any little hail here. Yes or no? I wonder. Yeah, guys, do you think we're gonna have hail? Yes or no in the chat. Hail, yes or no? I want to know what you guys think. Any hail? I don't know, right? I kind of would say yes, but right now it doesn't feel like there's anything coming, hail-wise. Ooh, it got cold right when that rain came. It got the temperature in here got a little chilly. I had the air on earlier, but guys, see, look at our storm now. It's just a flat net. Like, see this storm? See how it's like bowing out? See how it's like bowing out? That's outflow. It needs to be more like this. But see how it's like bowing like that? That's outflow. So, absolutely outflow dominant right now. No, so far no hail. So if you said no on the hail, doubt it. Only peas. Hey, peas are still hail. I mean, it's still hail. Yes, yes. No, no hail. That's some fat rain. It is some fat rain. So peaceful and pretty. Yeah, sometimes these chases are the most fun. You know, I love chasing tornadoes, and like where you might have a little bit of a chance of a tornado, but it's not like a huge chance of a tornado, and you kind of just get to enjoy it. You're not like, sometimes, not that you can't enjoy the tornadoes, but sometimes it's very stressful, especially if they're moving fast. It's very stressful to chase a tornado sometimes. So welcome in, everybody. If you're just now tuning in, make sure to like the stream, sub to the channel here. It's 6 o'clock, so that means I gotta start heading home soon here. We're gonna let this storm kind of go over us here, and then we're gonna head back towards the crib up in Joplin. I think I got about a 2-hour drive back up to Joplin from Muscogee, so that's not bad at all. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead. There's not much more to see, guys. So I'm gonna let y'all know here. We're done chasing storms. Yes, we're done. There's an interesting cell kind of towards like Beggs, but I think we're done chasing storms here because I do have to get home here, and I do have to get home by about 8:30 is when I want to get home. So we can get home by 8 here if we leave now, but I'm done chasing the storms, but I'm gonna stay on the stream as long as we have like 200. Honestly, as long as we have around 200 people in here and you guys are being active in the chat, I'll stay on the stream. I don't mind it. Honestly, helps my drive go by a little bit quicker. Got some heavy rain right here. Helps my drive go a little bit quicker, guys. It's fun for me to interact with you guys on the stream, so This was a storm over. This is a shot from Jim Tang. This was that other storm that I was talking about near Marshall and Drummond. There's that storm. So a lot better looking than this one. But still, not a tornado. Not a tornado on that storm. And see this other storm near Beggs, like part of me wants to kind of go for it. But looking at this storm near Beggs, it's kind of got that outflow shape. See this? See how it's like diving south and it's kind of got that outflow shape? So it probably tells me that, yes, it's a strong storm, but it's probably not going to... it's probably not going to produce a tornado there. But I'll stay in chat, guys. We can talk about whatever. Like I said, I'll debate. I'll talk about whatever you guys want. No politics, obviously. How many people actually talk about that stuff? Probably not very many, but this is part 2. If you missed part 1, we actually had a decent looking storm in part 1. This is the year of the flood. The Knicks made the playoffs. Yeah, the Knicks are in the playoffs, guys. We're almost to 6.5K subs here. Yeah, I'm actually rooting for the Knicks, man. I want the Knicks to win. If I don't have an affinity with either team, I just root for the underdog. That's kind of how I go. Like, so whoever the underdog is, which in this case, it's definitely the Knicks. So I'll just root for the underdog. Absolutely. There's been a lot of flooding in the southern plains, and that's about to... we're about to get a break here. So the next 8-9 days is going to be a good break here, flood-wise, but we're going to pick it back up again. Okay, here we go. Now I can't even see. So I suspect more flooding is coming to the southern plains here soon. Got some heavy rain here. Really blinding rain here. There's a lot of power poles here on this. I would not want to be sitting right here if there was a tornado. This was like the worst road to be on. A lot of power poles here. Some thick rain. Yeah, it is some thick rain there. Let's go left. We had a nice stream built up on our first stream, and then of course we had those audio issues, and we built up our viewers back to where about where they were on the first stream. But by then the storms weren't as interesting, of course. So, oh, this road is trying to flood here. So, quite a bit of rain piling up here on this road. We don't want to stall the car. That's not enough water probably to stall the car, but you never know. I've seen cars get stalled and not that much water. Alright guys, so I'm now on the way back to Joplin. If you're just tuning in here, we're just kind of in the chat having some fun here. Once I get out of this storm, I'll start answering some questions in the chat. So if you want to ask me anything, just shoot me a question. Talk about whatever, I don't know, just hanging out. We're just going to be hanging out. Q&A, there we go. And you know what? I'm gonna make some videos, guys. I'll have a video out about this. But we're loading up for a big time severe weather stretch here. From like May 14th to like the foreseeable future. So from May 14th on, we're gearing up for some big severe weather. So just get ready, guys. It's gonna be big. We're gonna be out there streaming every single day, pretty much. This road is really bumpy. Shockingly, it's bumpy. So we're about to gear up. So if you're in kind of the southern plains, just get ready. Southern plains, central plains, even parts of the Midwest. Just get ready for some big severe weather. Places like Dixie Alley and the Mississippi River Valley that got hit so hard in March and then the first week of April. You guys look like you're kind of going into your less active part of the severe season. So we're going to get north of the supercell here. We're going to get out of this rain. My ETA is 8:05, so that's perfect here. There's a nice supercell near Beggs, man. I wish I could get to that supercell near Beggs, but I'm not going to be able to make it there. I don't really have time, but there's a nice storm near Beggs that looks, quite frankly, a lot better than this one does. So we'll have to watch that storm near Beggs. I don't think it'll produce anything at this point, but especially now it's 6 o'clock. The sun is starting to lose kind of its angle in the sky. We're almost out of the rain here, guys. We're almost out of the rain. The sun at this point is starting to lose its angle in the sky. So these storms aren't quite as these storms aren't feeding off of that heat at the surface. We haven't even been on this stream for an hour, guys. We were on our other stream for about an hour and 40 minutes before the audio cut out. Or the audio didn't cut out, but it was essentially cooked. So then we got back on our new stream here. Now we're on the way home. We're just gonna be chilling and hanging out and chat, guys. Wow, speed limit is 80 on this road? Are you kidding me? Is it really? I didn't think the speed limit was 80. We're not gonna be able to go 80 right now, but I didn't realize the speed limit was 80 up here. That's kind of nice. These rivers are very, very full. I wouldn't quite say they're flooding right now, but they're very full. They'll calm down a little bit over the next week, but they'll come down some, but they're very full. I do need to get new front tires on the car, so do need to get new front tires. As a storm chaser, you're constantly driving into the rain, hydroplaning on dirt roads. My tires, my two front tires are definitely passable if I was just driving the car around town for the next week or so, but before I go out on the next chase trip, I'll have to get some new tires. They're starting to get worn down on the front. The front two tires are getting a little bit worn now. I think if I zoom the camera out, there's a little bit less shake on there, guys. So I'm gonna I'm gonna roll with the camera zoomed out like that so there's less shake. Hopefully you like can't see my like steering wheel. Hopefully it's not that zoomed out. I guess I'll have to check the angle. Appreciate everybody for tuning in here. We're just to the north now of Muscogee, Oklahoma. I am headed home here. I am headed home here to do my test. Headed home to do my test, guys. So, there's honestly, there's a small chance, like there really is a small chance that I could go chase tomorrow in like Tennessee. Now, for me to like take a more like 5-hour drive over there, it's gonna have to be something that really kind of looks good. Like I'm gonna really have to think there's a shot at getting some tornadoes or something. But I mean, unless something really comes together, and I wouldn't anticipate we're gonna be live tomorrow. The next time would be like I said, the 14th. So when is the 14th? Is that exactly a week? So is that next Wednesday? So that's next Wednesday. So that might be the next time where I'd be live here. But appreciate everybody for tuning in here. I'm going to start answering questions in the chat here. For those of you who gifted memberships, I sincerely thank you. I want to gift memberships. I don't know how to do that. I want to gift some memberships to you guys, but I don't know how to do that. So I don't really know what to do. Maybe I can't gift them to myself. Maybe I have to have someone I know get on here and I'll just pay them back or something. But I don't know. I would love to gift some memberships, but I don't really know how to do that. I'm not really savvy with YouTube like that. So okay, so how do I control my stream when I'm streaming it from home? So this is something that I just set up here in the last. This is something I just set up here last week. So this is the first time I've been using this method here with overlays and stuff. So what I do is I have or stay on. I'll have OBS pulled up on my PC, and then I have a remote control on my phone that can start OBS while I'm on the road. So I'll start up OBS, and I have my YouTube link fed into OBS. So basically, when I schedule a stream on YouTube, it goes straight into OBS. So it's always constantly taking my stream. So what's happening is my camera feed is streaming. My camera feed is streaming to OBS, and then OBS is taking that camera feed. It's adding overlays on top, and then OBS is using my home Wi-Fi to stream onto YouTube. If that makes any sense. So it goes from my camera to OBS, and then OBS to YouTube. Oh, that car is in the. I don't know if you guys saw that car, but that car is off the side. I don't think you can see it because the radar is blocking it. But that's how I do it. So it was really I'm not gonna lie, it was very complicated to set up. It took me a lot of time and a lot of headache to get set up, but once I got that set up, now that I have my thing set up, I really don't have to touch it. So I got the OBS set up, I got my PC built, I got everything set up, and now I just don't have to touch it. So it's kind of nice. But oh, there we go. There's a cell right there. You can see the left edge of that anvil up there in the middle of the screen. So it's kind of nice. Now I really don't have to touch much. So that sounds complicated. Well, it's definitely beyond me. My buddy helped me out with it. So the main reason we got this running up this week is because my buddy was helping me out. So you have to do it from my laptop or PC. Well, I could do it from my laptop. Technically, I could run it from my laptop, but here's the thing: if I'm gone for 3 days in a row, so and over time it'll just ruin my laptop, and the stream's not going to run as good. My laptop's going to overheat. There's a whole lot of reasons why I wouldn't do it off the laptop. So the PC is definitely the way to do it. So I had to invest. I had to invest some money into getting the PC. About $1,500. So I had to invest some money into a PC. Not bad. I definitely did it for a little cheaper because I built it. Ended up buying the parts and then assembling it. But yeah, I mean, I want to do this streaming thing, and I want to have a good, reliable stream. So I had to, you got to invest a little bit of money into it. So, but we're gonna get those overlays better. The overlays are fine, but I'm gonna tune up the overlays and make them even a little bit more sleek. Is that the right word? Sleek, a little bit more visually appealing, I think. I might put that radar in the, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just leave it in the right corner. I might make that radar just a little bit smaller. I might make the radar just a little bit smaller. Just maybe a little bit shorter. Uh-oh. Not good. That is the third car I've seen hydroplaned off the road. 4 cars, wow. Another, dude, that car has its airbags completely, that car has its airbags completely, deployed. Is that the right word, deployed, the airbags? The airbags went off, I guess? I don't know. But those airbags went off. All that whole car. It's got the airbags off. So that's the 4th car we've seen that's hydroplaned off the road. Hydroplaning is no joke, and especially in Oklahoma, where they don't maintain the roads all that well. Like, let's be honest here. It's serious, man. With these bad, poorly maintained roads, man. With a lot of heavy rain, and then of course, like, depending on what kind of tires you have, that's the biggest thing with hydroplaning. I always say this too with the snow. The biggest thing with snow and hydroplaning is just what kind of tires do you have, honestly. You could have a 2-wheel drive and you can still do okay in the snow if you have good tires, or in the ice. You could do fine. You could have a lighter car, but you could still do okay hydroplaning, or avoiding hydroplaning if you have good tires. That's the key. You gotta have good tires. Tires matter more than the car, but the car does matter a little bit, especially when it comes to like the snow or the mud. Roads here are the worst. Now, I'll give Oklahoma this, okay? I don't know. I don't want to cut them too much slack, but look, in Oklahoma's defense, they actually have relatively nice toll roads. Like, the toll roads, when they're not being constructed or getting construction, they're nice. So, like if you go southwest of Tulsa, it's a very nice it's a big wide 3 lanes, speed limit's like 80 miles an hour, right? It's very nice. But then the problem is, once you get into the cities, and it's kind of like that in a lot of cities, but there's too much construction. About 100 bajillion potholes. And then look at this. See, now we're in construction. So they have these nice toll roads. But the problem is, when you're always making the roads nice, they're always under construction. That's the downside. You know, you want to fix the roads, you want to make the roads nice, but the more you fix the roads, the more construction you're going to have, which means at the end of the day, people are going to actually get to their destination the same or slower, right? So that's obviously the downside to having it's obviously the downside there to having roads that get constantly fixed. The temperature's dropped a little bit. It says 70 degrees on my stream. I think it's more like 65 out here. Deployed? Is deployed the right word? Okay, that's what I thought. OBS? I don't know what OBS stands for. It's just the OBS is just the software that you use. A lot of people use. I mean, there's other software I'm sure that you could use, but I would use OBS. If you want to make videos too, like if not even just streaming, just like making videos or like recording videos on a computer, I think OBS is probably the way to go. Roads look better in California. You know what, guys? I've never been to California, okay? My goal is to go chase in California, whether that's snow, flooding, whatever. I'd love to go chase a flash flood over there, probably. I don't know. Flash flooding is hard to chase, but I'd love to go chase a flash flood in like Death Valley or something. You know, where they only get like a few inches of rain a year. Uh-oh, is this guy getting pulled over? Dude, see, that's the problem. Also, if you're a cop car, what do you do on construction like this? If you get stuck in construction and you're like a cop car, what do you do if there's only one lane like that? I mean, I guess if there's a shoulder, you could like get up, but the shoulder has cones. I don't know what you do as a cop if you gotta get somewhere. So here's my plan here the next few days. Tomorrow, look, there's probably I don't know if it's worth a 12-hour round trip or like a 10-hour round trip. Today I chased because today was so close to home. Like, I mean, no matter what, 2 hours from my house. So it was really close to home. That's why I chased today. If today was 5 hours away, I wouldn't have bothered, like honestly. But since it was just kind of in the backyard, I went ahead and did it. But like that's how tomorrow. That's how I feel about. I feel like tomorrow is about as good as today, or maybe just slightly better. But I don't want to. Faster than this guy right here. Can I hop? I'll probably pass this. I'll probably pass this guy over here. And I'll hop out and back into the right lane. I think someone earlier asked me a question. They said Buffalo Wild Wings or I think it was Buffalo Wild Wings or was it gosh, what was the other place? Wingstop, maybe? I think it was Wingstop and Buffalo Wild Wings. So if I had to pick, I'm honestly gonna pick Wingstop. Not that I don't know. I haven't had Buffalo Wild Wings enough, okay? Like I haven't had it recently. But the last time I went, I haven't had it very often. The last time I went to Buffalo Wild Wings, probably like a little bit more than a year ago. So probably like a year or two ago. I had a horrible experience. I thought my food was very blah. So I'm gonna go with Wingstop. But I think there's potential that, I think it just depends on the location. I think either one of those places could be better than the other. It might just depend on the location. Oh my gosh, look at this. We're on a toll road. Look at the road. Look, listen to this road on the toll road. This is awful. This is horrible. Now it's better, but listen to that road back there. That was awful. No wonder they're doing construction on it. They gotta fix it. But can't get mad at the construction. I guess they're trying to fix their road. But welcome in, everybody. If you're just tuning in, we're done chasing the storms. So if you're wondering, hey, where's the storm? We're done chasing it. We're just kind of hanging out in the chat here on my way home. I gotta get home and complete my econ final. I got a microeconomics final. It's a tough class, I'm not going to lie. It's probably the toughest class I've ever had to take in college, at least. So if you guys don't know, I'm getting a degree for teaching, and I'm not gonna lie, those teaching classes are pretty easy. So if you want to go to college and you don't want like too hard of a path, I'd do it. Like being a teacher, isn't that hard? I will say, like, it's definitely you definitely have to put in work, obviously. Like, it's not like nothing, but it's not like you're gonna go be a doctor or like I don't know what's engineering. It's not like it's a relatively easier path. I don't know, it might not be as easy as business. It's definitely on the easier side though. But I do have to take an economics class. So what's up, Gary? Hey, Tyler, thank you so much. Location. What do you mean? My location should be on the stream. That's the good thing about having our overlays now. It tells you where we are. We're an Okie from Muscogee. No, I'm not from Muscogee. We're in Muscogee. Economics is a hard class. Yeah, well, here's the thing. Like, the overall, the overall structure of economics isn't that hard to understand. What's hard to understand is like all the the more detailed stuff. I'm not gonna lie, some of those economics graphs, they kind of look like a foreign language if you don't know how to read them. So that's kind of the hard part for me. But, you know, oh well, you gotta get through it. Pretty tired too, honestly. I'm pretty exhausted, so. Hey, Sea Rain, I don't know if you're still in here, Sea Rain, but thank you. Yeah, that was quite the chase last week in Illinois. You took economics and it was difficult. Yeah, it is. It's not. I guess in the grand scheme of things, I mean, you could take a lot harder classes, but part of it also depends on your professor. That's an underrated aspect, is how good is your professor at teaching, and then also if your professor's obviously strict, you know, compared to if they're more lenient, that can make a difference. We're headed back into the stable air now. This air is stable over here. We got some weird cloud formations in front of me off to the left. There's a really strong storm now south of me. We may get back into some more unstable air here, but we're right where that storm passed over. So guys, looking at it right now, it looks like we're gonna have a lot of chases coming down the pipe here next week. Oh, this is a different route than I took last night. Last night on my way home, I went through Muscogee, and I took the other route up towards like Chouteau and Pryor Creek. This one is more of the interstate route, which honestly I'd kind of prefer to just keep the stream running. Let's see, I have 230 miles left in the tank. Yeah, I'll be able to get home easily. I'm about 110 miles from home. I mean, if I have a couple hundred people in here, I'll just run that stream all the way home. Well, I won't dox myself. I'll end it before then, but yeah. Max, what's up? What's up, buddy? How's it going, Max? Max, we had a close attempt to a tornado earlier near Tulsa. It was almost there, but not quite. The storm was almost there. It had a nice little couplet, but it couldn't quite get it done. Guys are, yeah. Shout out to Max, dude. His channel has been blowing up recently. He's all the way, I feel like he's well over 1 million now. Max, we had some cheese curd conversation in here earlier. Everyone was talking about some of the cheese curd talk. I think you've definitely started a revolution there. Sasky, hey, see ya, man. Max is here, but the storms are not. We got some. We might run into a couple more. Like little pop-up storms here on the way back. But guys, I gotta get back for this final. I gotta go finish this final here. So I gotta get that done. I cannot. If I don't do the final, I'm pretty sure I failed the class. That can't happen, obviously. So I gotta go get that final done. It's a little bit risky of me to come chase today because you never know what could happen. You never know what could still happen. I could have hydroplaned. I could get a flat tire. Some idiot semi-driver could crack into the side of me. You never know what could happen. But here we go. This guy's wasting no time here. He's just gonna. So it's a little bit risky. Like, what if I get a flat tire? You know, and I'm cooked. I have to go find a McDonald's to go do my. Oh my gosh, the sun is gonna kill me, isn't it? Then I have to go find a McDonald's to do my test at, which I don't know if that's even allowed. I don't think I can do it in a public place like that. They might let it slide. I guess, like I said, it just depends on who your professor is there. They may let it slide. They may. Or do you know? Hopefully this wouldn't happen, but do my test from the car. That would be awful. So hopefully I don't like jinx myself, but I think we should be good to go on our way home here. Goes down to 65. Jeez. We're on the Disabled American Veterans Highway. Shout out to all the vets out there. Anyone in the chat? Vet. We have pretty guys here. It's like a mini team almost. Maybe since those set colors. Kind of on the outskirts of Tulsa, in that area. An exit right here that I gotta take. I didn't even hear my phone say anything. We got some little mini convection going up right there. Oh my gosh, a geese. Got some mini convection going up. There's a Slim Chickens. Man, I love Slim Chickens. They're pretty good. busy little intersection. Are we in Claremore? Another goose just out there in the open walking over there. I think we're in I think this is Claremore. Pretty sure. We got another goose. I don't know if you guys can see him or not there on the their radar might have been blocking him. We got our radar up, but there's nothing to show. There's nothing to show anymore. You can see these clouds in front of me. You can see how they're like very tilted from left to right there. That means that you have a lot of wind shear up there in the atmosphere. Dude, I didn't want to go through Claremore. Why am I must have took the wrong turn because I'm not supposed to be going through Claremore. So I added like 8 minutes to my ETA. So oops, I added 8 minutes to my ETA. So I didn't mean to go through Claremore here. That's not what I was intending to do. But hey, it's a little bit more interesting, I guess, than just driving on the interstate. Nice neighborhoods back here. Nice little suburban area back here. Claremore got hit by a tornado almost a year ago. I want to say May 25th or May 26th. One of those 2 days. Claremore got struck. The outskirts, not really this part, I don't think, but the outskirts got hit. But it's a nice day now. It's gorgeous outside. 67 degrees here. Scenic route through Claremore. Did anything pop up today? Almost. Thinking about getting cheese curds tonight. Well, you guys know my opinion on cheese curds. I'm not a big cheese person. Just overall, I'm not a big cheese guy, so not a big cheese person. I do like pizza. Like, it's weird for me. Like, it's just weird. Like, I don't like cheese, like, on my food. Really, like, I don't know how to explain it. But, like, obviously I'd eat a pizza. Now, like, I don't love a really cheesy pizza. I kind of like the sauce and the toppings to be a little bit heavier. But the cheese is a nice compliment for me. Like, some people eat pizza for the cheese. I would say I eat pizza for the sauce, the dough, toppings, and the cheese is a compliment. Yeah, that guy's weaving through the traffic here. So I'm not big into anything like cheese curds or anything like that. First food that makes it that cheese curd. No, that cheese curd. So not even here more. Wait. Broken air. I'm not in air more. Don't listen to me. I'm broken air here. But it's cities, but obviously any city's gonna have some sketchy neighborhoods. See that little cumulus cloud in front of us is still kind of trying to pull up there, but those aren't gonna do anything here at this point in the day. We've really lost that daytime heating. I think that's a pretty cool town name, Broken Arrow. I love that. Like Claremore, that's kind of boring. I guess Claremore would be I like Claire. It's raining in Bartlesville. There's some storms up that direction. Weak little guys, but there's some storms up there. No way I'm losing service in the middle of this town. That's insane. Sorry about the Wi-Fi, guys. Or not the Wi-Fi, the service. It's spotty. If my voice and video break up like that, it's probably because of the Wi-Fi or the service. Earlier, I don't know what the heck, dude. Like, we were on that storm. I don't know what the heck happened to the audio to where it made me like restart the stream. Like, that's pretty wild right there. I don't know. That's never happened to me before, but we had to restart the stream. So this is part 2. This is part 2 here, but. Yeah, it seems like we're better now. And these Oklahoma lights, dude. Like, there's no reason why this light at this tiny intersection should take that long. I don't know. These Oklahoma lights are kind of crazy. Here we go. Just a couple more miles here, and we'll get back onto the main interstate. Going through these neighborhoods here and on the southeast side of Tulsa, southern side, southeast side of Tulsa. I hope no tornado ever goes through this area because that would be bad. It's a pretty bad area. A lot of neighborhoods. That's the neighborhood of Eagle Creek. Eagle Creek. Stop at a gas station or something and call the stream. Maybe we'll check it up. I want to chat for a while. I don't know what to do. If it's just like this, I'm going to have no choice. But because of these trees, that's probably why. There's too many trees to get good service out here. But it's spotty, guys. Once I get onto the interstate, I don't think we're gonna have any issues service-wise. So I'll keep the stream running. We'll hang out in the chat here. As long as we have a couple hundred people in here, I'm okay with just hanging out. Look at that little cell. The little cell tried to go up right there in the middle of the screen there, and it got like really tilted, kind of like a supercell would, but it just doesn't have a big enough base. We're kind of losing that daytime heating. Oh, here we go. We actually got some cells trying to go up here. Look at this, guys. I'll pan it over here quick. Look at that. Look at that cumulus cloud going up. See that? See that little guy going up? That's pretty cool. It's really pretty. All right. I want to focus on driving as much as I can here. Look at that little cell going up. A little cell popping up there to our The little tower popping up there to our west. You think any of these could produce anything? No. If you guys are just tuning in, we're done chasing. I gotta get back home and take this exam. So I'm just hanging out with you guys in the chat. We're just having fun here on the drive home. I'm headed back up to Missouri, so I gotta get home and do this econ exam. So, or else I'd probably still be chasing something, but we had to call it around 6 o'clock was our cutoff there to call this thing. There's another storm that looks half decent headed right towards Muscogee. No, it's, like I say, half decent. It's pretty weak, but we had a little cell going up right by us, but it looks like it's definitely pretty weak. We may run into some more storms here. We'll pop some on the way home. I don't know. Looks like we're going to beat them maybe to the east. We might have a couple pop-up storms. I took the wrong route. I should have already been onto the interstate here, up towards Claremore, but I took the wrong route. So we're almost getting up there here. We're about to turn on we're real close to the interstate right here. I got a funky little route here. Like I have, but dude, I love Oklahoma. There's a lot of stuff about Oklahoma that I love, but these roads are not something to love. These roads are terrible. I notice the same thing when I'm around Tulsa, same thing around Tulsa, which is where we are, and then I notice the same thing in Oklahoma City too. Just the roads are just awful, and it's like I don't expect every road to be all nice, but like I expect a little bit less. Like, I just feel so frequent, like it just feels like every road is just horrible. Like, I don't know why it is, but it just feels like all the roads are bad here. I don't know. Maybe I'm picky. I don't know. I mean, like Missouri's not that much better, but I feel like it's not this bad. Like, I know there's bad roads where I'm from, for sure. Like, Missouri's rough, but like this is wild how bad the roads are here, and I'm losing service probably again. So hopefully once we get onto this main highway, guys, we're gonna keep service just fine. And once we get on the 44, we'll have service just fine here, but for a minute here it might be a little bit choppy. Dude, it's making me go east, and then I gotta turn back around, back to the north. I should not have missed my exit earlier. I guess it's on me. We got a really pretty we got a really pretty cell going up. Look at that. Let's turn it left. Look at how skinny that base is. That base is so skinny, it's gonna die. It's gonna wither away here. Whoa! Dude! Gotta be kidding me, dude. Road closed? Oh no. Not again, not another road closure. Look at that thing. Road closed. So, all right, we're gonna turn around and go this way now. Get onto the interstate here. Look at that. That's a really pretty, look at that, the silver lining, man. There's always a silver lining, isn't there? That's awesome. That's a good view. That's why, even when we're not on the storms chasing, it's just fun to just hang out in here. We see some cool stuff. All right, here we go. I think I should be on, this should be 44 here, so we can start start to cook now. I gotta get home here on 44. We shouldn't lose connection again. Gotta get home, do my test, go to sleep, wake up, make sure I don't have to drive to just make sure I don't have to drive to Tennessee tomorrow, just in case. But I'll be ready just in case, but I don't think I will. Excuse me, we're not on 44. Okay. We're not on 44. This is the feeder into 44. This feeds into 44, so this will turn into it up here. But we're very close. So that cloud that cloud we were just looking at is now kind of dead. It's now dead there. It's shriveling up. It's going away. All right, so I just go straight here for 96 miles. I'm just a little bit over an hour away. If you're just now tuning in, we're not chasing the storms anymore, guys. We're just hanging out here on the stream. Just a good time. It's a good evening. Nice little Wednesday evening drive here after a storm chase. All right, I need you guys to make a prediction, okay? What percent, what score do you think I'm going to get on my test? Let me know in the chat. What do you guys think I'm going to get? It's a final, so it encompasses the whole semester. But what do you guys think I'm going to get? If you're a bit of a weather junkie, I found the app extremely useful. What are you talking about? Oh, Radar Omega. All right, if you really want my opinion, guys, if you really want my opinion, Omega is not the best app for radar. If you really want my opinion, it's not the best app. It's not a bad one, and I'm not saying it's bad, but I think Radar Scope is much better, okay? I would say Radar Scope is better. Bad one. I would. Now, I know some people who are signed on with Omega. Like, of course, if that was me, I would be pumping up Omega, you know, if I had a contract with them. But I'm not a huge fan of how they're... I'm just not a huge fan of like the layout of their app. I think it's a little bit confusing. Really know your stuff, it might be fine, but I think it's a little bit confusing. I think so Radar Scope is better at least for storm chasing. I think it's better. Now actually, I talk trash on Radar Omega. The radar that's in the bottom corner of my stream is Omega, because I can't do what I want to do through Radar Scope, so I had to get Radar Omega and just run it through that. But and then there's a new app. I think it's new. It's called Weather Wise. So that's one I'm watching. I might get it and see what it's all about. But a lot of people are talking that app up, Weather Wise. Oh, this guy wanted to get out in front of me, but he went ahead and let me go past him. Thank you, bro. Still got 185 people in here. Let's go. Appreciate everybody for tuning in here. We've almost surpassed the like count on the old stream, the part 1. I would have loved to just have one stream today, but you know, because of circumstances, we just had a part 1 and a part 2. If you guys were in the first stream, our audio completely broke. The audio was completely broken. the first stream. Our audio gave out. Audio gave out. So we had to start up a part 2 stream here. Chris, I really appreciate it. Downloaded weather-wise, it's a good, so far so good. You pay $1.99 a week. That's, I feel like $1.99 a week is kind of steep. I mean, what is that? That's like, I mean, that's like what, 200? No, not two. That's like, well, a week. That's not bad. I mean, I guess that's only, what is there, 50? How many weeks are there in a year? 52? That's not that bad. That's like $100 a year. I mean, that's a little steep, but I think you could get radar scope for like $10 a year, $30 a year, or maybe even free. I'm not sure. The Pro is like $100 a year, but I don't know. The free oh, there's free features there. Okay, weather-wise is free unless you have add-ons. Okay. Breaking up against body service. What the heck? What the heck? Alright guys, I'm probably going to drive for a little bit longer and I'll find a little gas station or something. And we'll go ahead and pull off here soon and end the stream. Not yet. So stick on here if you want to keep chatting it up for a little bit. But pretty soon. I gotta find a good gas station that doesn't take me out of my way. So it might be a little bit. Okay, looks like our next gas station that doesn't take me too far out of the way is in 30 minutes. So we're gonna be live for 30 minutes here, and then about 7:30, around 7:30, we'll go ahead and call it a day. But we got a nice, that cloud in front of us is kind of cool. Look at that. You got like that cloud, and then you got the kind of like spotty clouds above it. Oh guys, I'm tired. I have a headache. So the other day on Monday I drove all the way down to dang near Mexico, okay, to try to go see storms. Didn't see anything. Went clear down to like Mexico, didn't see anything. Then I went all the way over to like just to the north of Houston, just to the north of the Woodlands, kind of in that area, to the east of, like, kind of by College Station even a little bit. Nothing happened, really. Like, really nothing happened in my bed tonight. I've slept in my car for a couple nights in a row. So it's been a rough couple nights. I have a headache now because I'm obviously very tired. Obviously very tired here. Headache. You know. I hope my audio is better. It sounded a little bit iffy, but the service is bad. run the stream for about 30 more minutes here. I'm gonna stop at the gas station up in Veneta, by the where the big archway is, the bridge over the Landa Bridge. Not Landa Bridge. That's the wrong word. But the walking bridge where the McDonald's is. I'm gonna stop at that exit up in Veneta in about 25-30 minutes here, and then we'll end the stream here. So we're just hanging out for a while. Hey, DL Scales says W. If you guys, I'm sure most of you guys do, but if you don't, you got to go check out Storm Runner Media on all social media platforms. They're a good group of chasers, DL and Garrett. So yeah, if you're just tuning in here, guys, we're just hanging out for a few more minutes here, and then I got to get home here and do my econ test. So I kind of called the chase a little bit. I mean, there wasn't really much else to see. We weren't going to get a tornado at that point at all. Maybe just some like supercell structure, but I have to call the chase around 6:15 or so to get home here, do my econ test. It's due at 11, so I want to get home by 8:30, study for a little bit, then I'll have a couple hours to get that in. Yeah, but we're just hanging out here till we get to that gas station there. Sea Rain with the question. Ask. Sea Rain must know some insider information saying that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to speak on whatever's going on. I'm not important enough of a chaser to really get pursued by Ryan Hall. Not yet. I mean, they're going to be wanting me in a couple years here, but not right now. But there's apparently apparently Ryan Hall is trying to poach some chasers from to kind of make them exclusive, So I mean, it makes sense. I mean, dude, if I was Ryan Hall and I had that kind of resource, if I had those kind of resources, I mean, why not pay people more money to go be exclusive? That's just smart. You're trying to control the market, right? You're trying to make it. I mean, there's not really a monopoly with this kind of stuff. He's but no, I'm not going to speak for anyone, but if I had to guess, I bet they'll stick over with Max. Or do both of them and not become exclusive. But yeah, Ryan's trying to make some people exclusive is what I hear. So, I mean, I can't hate on it. I mean, it's definitely smart. It's a smart business move. No! Let me pass, bro! Now I got to slam my brakes on. Just let me pass, please. Oh, dude. I mean, now we're going 65 miles an hour because you got to pass your buddy here. I mean, there's no cars behind me. Like, this FedEx truck, they could have waited. They could have let me pass. They could have waited 4 or 5 seconds, let me pass. There's no cars behind me. Whatever. I mean, shout out to this guy. He passed quickly, okay? I can't be too mad because he passed quickly. But come on, man, I don't know. You could have let me pass there. You guys know I got road rage on the extreme side. Now, what I hate is when trucks will get in the passing lane and they'll just sit there. I mean, you guys know what it's like. When they just sit there and try to match each other's speed, that gets pretty annoying. That wasn't that bad. That truck passed pretty quickly there, so not a big deal. But we got some storms head off to our northwest. It looks like they're not going to get to us in time, and then we have a couple little cells up towards Veneta. So we'll go all the way up to Veneta, guys. We'll go all the way up to Veneta, and then we'll call it a day. Like I said, I mean, I wouldn't totally rule out Western Tennessee tomorrow. I just for me to want to go over there and chase, I'm gonna have to it's going to have to look pretty good. I'm going to have to be confident that I'm going to have a decent stream and actually, maybe at least break even money-wise, which I don't know. to make it even worth it. But I mean, if it looks good, we'll go chase it. But it's probably not going to be anything of note. So probably won't have a chase till next Wednesday or Thursday. So about a week from now, the planes are going to really gear back up here. We're going to get active here again. I'll make a YouTube video. How about this, guys? Tune into my channel at some point this week. I'll have a YouTube video out, or multiple videos, about the severe potential next week. Welcome in, guys. You like Max and Ryan? I don't know Ryan. I don't really know Ryan. I don't really like him. I don't really dislike him. I'm neutral. I mean, that's how I am with anyone that I don't know. Look, I'll say this right now. No matter how, things change, okay? Like, things change. But as of now, if I get really big, so at least for the near future, the next couple of years, I mean. But anything, obviously, don't want to speak way too far into the future, but because you never know what can happen. But Max is the one that gave me an opportunity first, right? So I'm gonna honor that, and I like Max. He's a genuine guy. So I want to work with genuine people. I don't know what Ryan's like. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But I do know Ryan. Ryan's done a lot of good things as far as helping communities go after. Right, dude. I almost think that he's kind of like the Mr. Beast of like storm chasing. Like, obviously the biggest, or actually not storm chasing. He doesn't really storm chase anymore. If you guys used to be around a few years back, Ryan Hall used to storm chase. Like, he had this big, bright truck. He had this big, bright, painted truck that he used to storm chase in, and everyone would make fun of him, actually. So I kind of felt bad for him. Everyone would make fun of him for his car that he'd chase in, because it was kind of cool. It was a little bit, but it was a very obnoxious truck that he chased in. I'm sure there's a picture of it somewhere. But he used to chase storms, and then he kind of went more towards the like the broadcasting, YouTube broadcast side of things. So, hey y'all, what's up? I like Evan. I don't know. Oh, Evan Freiberger. Yeah, hey, I know who that is. Evan Freiberger. Ben is awesome. Thank you for what you do. Hey, thank you for tuning in to the stream. You're almost 60 and you will watch good, honest, reliable weather stream coverage. Okay, yeah. Alicia, I'm going to highly endorse you watch me, and Matt, of course I'm going to endorse that you watch me, but if you want to watch like the broadcast type of thing, I highly recommend Max Velocity over anyone else. Or, of course, if you have a good local news station, the local news stations usually do a pretty good job. But for like the kind of like national stuff, like the Weather Channel, they're not cool anymore. They're on the way out. Like, let's be honest. Like, everyone, we're watching Ryan Hall, Max Velocity, people like that. But that's what people are watching. I recommend Max. He has the best channel. I recommend Max. But people are moving more towards like YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram to get their content. People aren't watching cable news like Weather Nation, AccuWeather, Weather Channel. People just aren't watching that kind of stuff as much. And for good reason. The Weather Channel, they're a complete sellout. The Weather Channel, and I'm not talking about everybody who works there, or like, but overall, the Weather Channel, complete sellout. They don't care about the weather. They do not care about the weather. They don't care about giving good weather. I'm going to go on a little rant here, but the Weather Channel, back when I was a kid, they were great, okay? 10, 15 years ago, yeah, they were great. They've really fallen off. Okay, they've really fallen off in the last decade particularly, and then especially since COVID, the Weather Channel really fell off. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, they got some cool personalities there. Jim Cantori, really cool dude. Mike Bettis. I love Mike Bettis. but they fell off. Like seriously, like they play the same episodes of Highway to Hell or whatever it's called, or like Ice Road Truckers, which sure they're fine shows, but or like weather moments caught on video or whatever. Like they just play the same dang episodes. Like, dude, like there's a time for those weather episodes, but like, why are you playing those episodes during like severe weather? Like they won't even cover severe weather half the time anymore. Or they'll be like tornadoes going on. Oh yeah, violent tornado going on. Let's switch to commercial, you know, because we got to get our advertisement money. I'm just not with that. I mean, they used to not be like that. They used to do commercial free or like very, very minimal commercials, like weather coverage for hours on end. They had this great coverage for snowstorms, hurricanes, but they've gone downhill. The Weather Channel, downhill. Weather Nation wasn't ever that good to begin with. I never watched the Weather Nation that much, but they're okay, I guess. AccuWeather, I like some of the people that work for AccuWeather, but overall, AccuWeather is a joke too. They're all a joke. I mean, so the content, the way people view their content is shifting towards social media. So, I mean, a lot of these. Now, I will say, if there's anything local, like I'm from Southwest Missouri, I love our local KOAM Channel 7. I love our local Channel 7 weather coverage. So I love my local station. But as far as like national broadcast go, like on cable television, it's not it. It definitely, YouTube is becoming that thing. YouTube, TikTok. Dude, I gotta find a way to start streaming on like TikTok too or something. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of viewers to be had over there. But that's my little rant about the Weather Channel, guys. I've been holding that one in for a while. I don't know. If you guys used to watch the Weather Channel, maybe you agree with me, maybe not. I just... Like, and here's the thing. The Weather Channel... One of their problems is they got political, okay? Like, they got too political. Like there's a time and a place for politics. There's a time and a place for politics, but like, dude, you're the Weather Channel, okay? Like, that's not the time, that's not the place for politics. You're the Weather Channel. You're supposed to be reporting on the weather. You're supposed to do the weather. You're not supposed to talk about politics, right? You're supposed to do the weather. Whether you agree with it or not, you know, whatever they're talking about, you know, that's besides the point, you know. But it's weather. Like this is how I feel about sports. You know, politics, they get mixed in the sports. Okay, like I'm like, no. Sports is sports, not politics. Like sports is supposed to bring everyone together, right? Sports is supposed to bring us together, away from politics, away from our jobs, right? Away from like the vision, right? Like that's how weather could be too. But the Weather Channel, they got too political, you know. Like sports, weather, like let's just keep it at like when I watch football or basketball, like I want to watch football or basketball. I don't want to focus on politics, if that makes sense. But I think that was one of their biggest downfalls. That, and also someone in the chat said IBM bought them out. So I don't know much about IBM. I just see the commercials or whatever for Apple. Dude, what the heck? There's a car. I see the commercials every now and then. I don't know much about IBM, but apparently they got bought out, or the Weather Channel got bought out by IBM. So I don't know if that affected the way they like did their stuff, but maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Oh yeah, James Spann is an awesome local meteorologist. That's exactly what I'm talking about when I say like sometimes, like I'd always recommend max velocity, but you know I wouldn't say watching your local people is a bad move at all, because those local guys, they know the area, right? So like James Spann, you know, when he's covering tornadoes in the Birmingham area, like he knows all the roads. He knows what part of towns are densely populated, you know. all that stuff. And then obviously he knows a lot about weather, but James Spann is a good one. Mike Morgan too. Mike Morgan's a pretty good one in the OKC area. Those guys are famous because they had really big tornado broadcasts on really big tornado days. So James Spann, he's been doing it for a long time. But James Spann, he obviously got really famous in April of 2011, and then Mike Morgan in May of 2003, and then again in May of 2013 when they had Moore and El Reno and Shawnee, but in the Oklahoma City area. But I would say James Spann, if you ever listen to his podcast, I think he has I think he still does it. Yes, he still does a podcast. I think it's like Weather Brains or something like that. He's a great guy. James Spann just seems like the kind of guy I'd want to go eat some burgers and dogs with, like that kind of guy. He'd be at the cookout. Mother Nature's not one to trifle with. Yeah, don't want to trifle with Mother Nature. At the end of the day, Mother Nature's in charge. David Payne, I don't know who David Payne is. Why do I recognize that name, though? I feel like I recognize David Payne. If anyone's from Northwest Arkansas, if you're from Northwest Arkansas and you're not following Zachary Hall, you're doing it wrong. If you're like Northwest Arkansas, Zachary Hall's the best. If you're like 4 states like Northeast Oklahoma, Southeast Kansas, Southwest Missouri, Northwest Arkansas, Doug Heddy. Doug Heddy's your guy. That's who you want to be listening to. And me, of course, myself, but Doug Heddy. Doug Heddy knows his stuff. He's been doing it a long time. Oh gosh, there's someone in the Tulsa area that I feel like is good. I'm blanking on the name. But, oh gosh, there's someone in Central Arkansas, Little Rock area, Bryant. James Bryant. I think it's James Bryant. If you're like Little Rock area, James Bryant's a good name. There's a lot of good local guys. We got some cool cloud formations up here. You can see some storms tried to go up in front of us, and they kind of couldn't make it all the way. Southwest Arkansas, you love Zach. Actually, not just Northwest Arkansas. Sorry, Zachary Hall. That's all of Arkansas. He's got it covered. Dude, that guy, he's got a pretty big following. Everybody I know in Northwest Arkansas, they all love Zachary Hall. Travis Meyer in the Tulsa area, David Payne, that is. He chased the OKC Moore tornado, is now the chief on News 9. Oh, yeah, David Payne. I know who David Payne is. I don't, know him personally, but I know who he is. All right, guys, we're going to go. We're going to run the stream here for another, 5 to 10. Well, no, okay, here we go. I'm 8 minutes from the gas station, so I'm going to run the stream for 8 minutes here. And then we'll call it a stream. So eight more minutes here. We're going to run it for 8 minutes here, and then we're going to call it a stream. So if you guys have anything you want to tell me, anything you want to do it in the next 8 minutes. We're just chilling in here. If you're just not tuning in, storms are done for the day. We're just chilling on the drive home, hanging out and chat here. We got 8 minutes left on the stream. Zach is a good chaser. Yeah, Zach Hall, Zachary Hall, Zach Hall, whatever you want to call him. Zach Hall's a great chaser. I've actually chased with Zach Hall before, so I've chased in the storm tracker or whatever he calls it. I've chased with Zach Hall, so I know Zach Hall. He's a good guy. He's a genuine family man, good guy. But Zach Hall kind of took a little bit of a hiatus from really storm chasing, and Zach is kind of going more in the direction of just doing the broadcast live stream type of thing. So he said that storm chasing was kind of taking him away from his kids a little bit too much. So he kind of is, he's kind of dialed back on that front. So it's something, we all got to do. You know, I know someday when I have a family, you know, I'm not going to be able to chase storms as much as I maybe, you know, would otherwise. You got to sometimes make those kind of sacrifices. Obviously, if it's your full-time job, you know, you got to, obviously, you know, it's your job. But I respect it. I respect it, you know. I respect it. I'm 21, so I don't have a family. I don't have a family quite yet. I'm not there yet, but someday when I do, I might have to dial it back a little bit. You gotta make sacrifices for your family there. Yeah, Zach and Frankie. Yeah, Frankie Shepard still chases quite a bit. Love Frankie too. He's a nice guy. Yeah, Gary England on 1999 More Tornado said, if you do not get below ground, you will not survive. That is about as harrowing as a message as you could possibly imagine. Like imagine being in the path of a tornado and someone says, like, if you do not go underground, like, you're dead. Like, that's wild. Now, is that necessarily true? No. But, like, on a tornado as strong as More, like, if you're not below ground, you got a good chance of not making it. So, I mean, it's the right kind of messaging, you know? Like, you're trying to get people to act. So that's definitely the right kind of messaging to put out there. That's kind of how Joplin was. Like, it's like, okay, like, you had to be underground. Like, those F5s, like, if you're not under F4, even an F4, like F4, F5 tornado, if you're not underground, like, you're probably not making it. Maybe if you're in a really good, like, interior room of the house, you got a decent chance. Welcome in if you're new here. Brandon Kopic. Yeah, hey, that's who I was thinking about, Jill. Whenever I was talking about balancing the chasing with your family, I was thinking about Brandon. That's a good example. But he does a good job of balancing the chasing with his family. That's a good example. Is Brandon Kopic. Another very nice guy. Another good storm chaser that I would recommend watching along with myself. Recommend Brandon. He's a nice family man. The scary thing is some of those, honestly, guys, like, I promise you, like, even on an F5, if you're in the basement, you've got a really good shot. But I guess theoretically, yeah, like, your house could collapse on you. If you're in the basement, you might not get sucked up, but your house could collapse on you. You could still possibly even get sucked up. The main thing about the basement is you're away from the debris. So what'll kill you in a tornado is obviously if you get picked up and thrown, like, yes, that'll kill you. One of the main killers in a tornado is debris impaling you, or so if you're in a basement, the debris are all flying above ground, right? You're underground, so you're not getting 2x4s, right? You're not getting 2x4s flying, you know, from left to right at hundreds of miles an hour. So that's the main way a lot of people will die in a tornado, is getting hit by a debris rather than, like, actually getting picked up. So yeah, I mean, but in a basement, you're very well off. Even if you're in an interior home, like in an interior room, like a closet or a bathroom, you got a pretty good shot, unless it's like a really high. If it's a really high echelon tornado, then, you know, it's going to be a rough time. But if it's like an EF3 or lower, then you got a good shot. Like, if you look at a lot of houses after they've been hit by tornadoes, everything will be gone, and then you just have the interior closet or the bathroom or something, like, standing. There's the arch. There's the McDonald's and Subway arch. I feel like there used to be a big M on that arch. Maybe that's just like an imagination from my childhood, but I feel like that big like arch over the highway used to have a big M on it. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and pull off right here, and we're gonna go ahead and end the stream right here. I have about 40-ish minutes left to go here driving wise, so I'm almost home. So we're gonna go ahead and call it a day. It was a fun little chase. We had a nice little supercell for a couple hours there. It didn't look overly impressive, but it tried to produce a tornado a couple times. So give me just a couple. I'm still going to be on just a couple more minutes. Give me a couple minutes here to get onto my YouTube here and go ahead and end this thing. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in. All of our new subscribers. I hope you guys come back next week. Next week, guys. Next week, it's going to go big. Come on, we're almost at 350 likes. We can get 4 more likes there, get to 350. But thank you guys so much. We're just we're also very close to 6,500 subs. Let's go. That's awesome. So pretty good stream here, guys. I had fun. I had fun here with you guys, chilling in chat. See you next time, guys. Oh, running Reb with the $2. Thanks for the $2 there. All right, guys. Have a good rest of your evening. Hopefully, I pass my test. So I need the encouragement there. So hopefully, I get the test passed. 350 likes here, and once we get to 350 likes, I'm gonna end it here. We're 1 like away. Come on, 1 more like here. There we go. 350 likes. Thank you guys for let me check the Venmo quick to see if anyone sent anything so I don't miss it. If you guys ever send something to me, just let me know so I go look. But I appreciate everything. I appreciate the new members. I'm going to lower that members price soon so we can get more of you guys on board here. All right, well, there we go. Okay, guys, thank you for the fun here. You guys have a good rest of your evening. I will be back soon. I'll have a video posted.